Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and welcome the platform party and the president of SMU, Jay Hartzell.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome. My notes don't say please take a seat, so please take a seat. My first ad lib of the evening. I think it's going to go well. As we begin, I want to take a moment and thank everybody who made tonight possible. Our event staff, our chaplain team, our faculty, our broader staff, student leaders, and musicians, thank you all very much for creating a moment that invites all of us to take a little bit of time and slow down together. Let's do a round of applause. Thank you all. This is truly a special night for SMU. It's a night that is part of a weekend that is full of anticipation and of pride. And for some of you, perhaps, just a little disbelief that you are actually here. That has multiple interpretations, but you are here, and we're together, and it's a special occasion. Tonight, we celebrate the Baccalaureate. It's an honor tradition that traces back to the 15th century when all graduates from Oxford were required to deliver a personal individual sermon in Latin. Fortunately for all of us, things have changed. What hasn't changed over the centuries is that universities continue to set aside moments like this before all the parties and the fireworks and the confetti, moments to pause, to take a breath, to reflect, and to mark a transition. Some moments are important enough that you don't really want to rush past them. And that's what tonight is really about. This is a service of reflection and gratitude, a moment to stop, to look around, and to appreciate where you are right now. So go ahead, take a breath, look around, and know that you made it here to McFarland Auditorium the night before university commencement. You can just sit with that for a second. Be here right now, soak it in, along with the fact that we're up here wearing funny hats. There's a reason that so many songs find and deliver meaning in quiet moments like this. Of course, they can also deliver when you're alone on a long drive with the windows down and the music turned up. It is my hope that you have all developed an affinity for country music by now, along with owning some cowboy boots, even those of you from Boston and from San Francisco. I find that country songs can be both philosophical and thought-provoking, often unexpectedly so. An example that I love currently is by Larry Fleet, and it's called Where I Find God. And he says, sometimes late at night, I lie there and listen to the sound of her heart beating and the song the crickets are singing, and I don't know what they're saying, but it sounds like a hymn to me. Now, I ain't too good at praying, but thanks for everything. There are moments when you're alone with your thoughts and you realize you're between chapters. You're grateful for what's behind you, and you're also a little nervous for what's ahead. Just being present with your emotions can be powerful, and that kind of reflection is often an individual practice. But tonight is so special, in part because we're doing it together. In a world that moves fast and pulls us in 1,000 directions, we need time together like this. We're pausing as a community, students, family, faculty, and alumni, to say, this chapter in your lives, graduates, really, really mattered. And so do the people who have been here with you. And let's not forget what makes this evening uniquely SMU. In just a few minutes, you will take part in one of the most meaningful traditions. Most of you entered SMU by walking into Dallas Hall as new students, wide-eyed, excited, and a bit unsure of exactly what was ahead of you. And now your passage out of that hall, through the front doors, symbolizes your departure from campus and your entrance into our alumni family. It's a powerful reminder that you're a part of something that spans generations. The people who walked this path before you are still connected to this place, and you will remain so after this weekend. One of the key parts of that connection is a network that stretches far beyond our campus. You'll hear a bit more about this tomorrow, but know that the university will continue to be here for you, as will your fellow alumni. Invest in relationships like you did when you were an undergraduate, and it will pay off in myriad ways. As for me, at this meaningful time of year, I keep coming back to another song, this one part of a 1990s alternative wave. The band is Supersonic, and they released a song called Closing Time around the last time that I graduated, which was admittedly in the previous century. Their song has helped me get through some transitions of my own, including moving to Dallas and to SMU. One line really sticks with me. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. That's tonight. This is the end of your beginning at SMU, and it's also the beginning of everything that's going to come next, made possible by all that you have accomplished here. Moments like this, right here at this intersection, tend to bring up more than one feeling at the same time. We might feel joy, pride, and excitement, gratitude, and nostalgia for what has been, anticipation and uncertainty about what lies ahead. My hope for you through this service of reflection and gratitude is simple. Take it all in and enjoy it. Look around at your friends and family. Remember those who have made this possible for you. In just a moment, Zoe Hess will offer our invocation. Before she does, let us pause together to honor the loved ones, friends, classmates, and other members of our community who supported you and remain an important part of your story, even though they are no longer here with us. Please join me in a moment of silence as we honor all those from our campus community and our extended family who have departed. We give thanks for the memories and meaning they will always bring to our lives. Thank you. Zoe Hess will give the invocation, which will be followed by a reflection from our chaplain and minister of the university, Lisa Garvin.
God of all beginnings and all that is to come, we gather at a defining threshold, a moment that calls us both to celebrate and reflect. When we first arrived at the hilltop, we could not yet understand how deeply this experience would shape us. And yet, along the way, we were formed, quietly and profoundly, by the people who walked beside us, the challenges that stretched us, and the moments that asked us to grow beyond who we once were. Jewish tradition teaches tikkun olam, the enduring responsibility to help repair the world. It reminds us that the world calls for our care and that its healing is entrusted to us through the lives we lead and the actions we take. As we step into what lies ahead, may we do so with clarity of purpose and depth of character, with the courage to engage in a complex world, the humility to keep learning, and the conviction to act with compassion and integrity. May we carry with us a commitment to add light where it is needed most, and may we each take part in the ongoing work of tikkun olam. Amen.
Class of 2026, 4 years ago, you processed through the Dallas Hall Rotunda and gathered here for opening convocation. You were full of hope and dreams and had no idea how you would be shaped by this community or how you would shape us. Tonight, before you recess, back through Dallas Hall, we gather to reflect and send you into the world with God's blessings and our gratitude. As we prepare to hear reflections from members of the class of 2026, your friends, I invite you into a time of reflection on your own Hilltop experience. And parents and families, you can participate as well. Graduates, I believe that you have at your seats a note card and maybe a pen. After a brief, maybe don't, that's okay too, you can do this in your head. After a brief guided reflection, I will invite you to record somewhere about today, about August 2022. So close your eyes for just a moment, take a deep breath, and in your mind, go back to August 2022, the day that you arrived on the Hilltop. As you arrived on campus, moved your things into your residential commons, met your roommate and others on your hall, what were you feeling? As you entered into Stampede and the first few days of classes, what were your hopes? What were your dreams? For your experience at SMU, for your classes, for your future. Now let your mind wander to the places and people on the Hilltop who have left an indelible mark on your heart and on your mind. Professors, advisors, classmates, and friends. Your favorite lunch spot or study spot, your secret place to escape. What moment or relationship defines your SMU experience? Take another deep breath and open your eyes as you're ready. In some ways, August 2022 seems like a long, long time ago. And in other ways, it feels like just yesterday. On the other side of that imaginary note card, it says May 16th, 2026. Sometime this weekend, in the midst of hosting your family, residential commons and departmental receptions, and last hurrahs with your closest friends, I invite you to find a quiet moment amidst the boxes filled with college memories to write down how you're feeling today and what hopes you have for your future now. Then stick that card somewhere that you don't necessarily see it every day, but you'll stumble across it occasionally. You might even stick it in an envelope and give it to a family friend and ask them to mail it to you in 5 or 6 years. And again, take some time to reflect. Class of 2026, you have been a gift to the SMU community. Tonight and tomorrow is all about celebrating you. Congratulations, Godspeed, and pony up.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of God, the most gracious and the most merciful, I greet you tonight with the utmost respect and wish peace upon you all. Good evening to the friends and family, the faculty, and of course, the graduating class of 2026. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Saf Shah, and I'm incredibly honored to stand before you tonight and share a few words on this beautiful occasion. And for those of you who do know me, what's up? Please make sure your cameras are on and you're getting my best angles. Please and thank you. When Reverend Garvin first approached me with this opportunity to stand in front of hundreds of accomplished and inspiring individuals and deliver some profound reflection encapsulating the roller coaster that was these past 4 years, my first instinct was to slam my laptop shut, throw it out of my window, and drive north until I ran out of gas. And I was tempted, but as my mouse hovered over the trash icon on her email, I paused, because this opportunity and my response to it represented the most important lesson I learned during my time at SMU. Growth lives on the other side of discomfort. Across these past 4 years, I've encountered this lesson in many different flavors. When I hesitated to share my writing, when I stepped into leadership roles, when I invested in ideas that felt uncertain or unconventional, and especially when I first arrived on campus, a little fish in a very big sea, dropped into unfamiliar waters and terrified by the size of it all. Each of those moments was uncomfortable, but every time I leaned into that discomfort, something meaningful waited for me on the other side. I became intentional with my writing, crafting newsletters and poetry that let me speak honestly about faith and my experience. I founded and led Active Minds at SMU, building a space where students could talk openly about mental health without shame. And somewhere in between, I found remarkable people whose relationships taught me more than any classroom could. And had I stayed comfortable, none of these things would have happened. And I probably would have never came to SMU, leaving behind the familiarity and safety of my hometown to pursue this opportunity. But I'm very glad that I did. So tonight, I encourage all of you, embrace the discomfort. Nobody ever changed the world by being comfortable. So go do the thing that scares you. Talk to that stranger, apply for that opportunity, explore your strange ideas, and be a voice for the voiceless. There are so many people in our community across the US and in every corner of the world who are suffering because too many of us choose to stay comfortable. So when the moment comes, and it will, don't slam your laptop shut. With that, I wanted to thank you all for your time, congratulate the class of 2026, wish you all a beautiful rest of your evening. Assalamu alaikum, and may peace be upon you all.
Places at Congratulations, Mustangs. Hi, I'm Grayson Buckner, an almost studio art and political science graduate. And like so many of you, I didn't arrive at SMU as the person standing before you giving this speech today. I came in with big dreams and solid plans, pretty much every second of my 4 years mapped out. But as a Cherokee Nation member raised in the South, as an artist and a student of political science, I've always been passionate about so many different avenues, and I didn't realize it then, as a freshman, but SMU became the place where those parts of me didn't have to compete. I could do everything and be anyone. This moment, graduation, is the culmination of thousands of hours spent working and moments shared, from Fondren Library and Cafe Brazil at 4 a.m. to the boulevards, all-nighters, and 4 years of memories. But while this is a goodbye, it's also, more importantly, a beginning. We've all had our first moments and beginnings at SMU. The first day of orientation, the first classes, meeting your roommate for the first time, and for me, sharing your life story over a Lunchable. Or finding your people at SMU, joining that org or making that team. My big dreams as a freshman were tiny compared to the possibilities I actually unlocked. And the plans I had changed and surmounted to even more. I achieved my goals like mock trial and student organized art collective, but also found unexpected passions like Fem Club and working at the office of the chaplain or the Ockrell. That's the thing about beginnings. You don't always see where they're leading you when you're in them. And some beginnings are harder than others. For me, one of those was walking with my dad through his multiple cancer diagnoses while maintaining my rigorous academic career and community involvement. Everything became harder. Deadlines and family commitments tripled. But it also taught me something that I'll take with me far beyond this campus. Resilience isn't about avoiding hardship. It's about who stands with you through it. I was able to lean on my SMU community, forge new connections, and advocate for those who struggled in the same ways I did, being a spiritual life mentor and helping students open up through my own vulnerability. There were moments I didn't have the answers, but I had something to hold on to, my faith. And I'm grateful to God for carrying me through those times, even when I didn't always realize it in the moment. Because beginnings aren't just events, they're people. Some of the most defining parts of my time here weren't in a classroom. They were in conversations, and the mentors who pushed my limits even past what I thought possible, or the friends who stayed and helped me become even more myself. We all have those people, maybe even Mama T, the people who made SMU feel like home. And to those people, I want to say thank you. Our families, our parents, love you, Mom and Dad, to our grandparents, our siblings, our friends, and our mentors. You got us here. You gave us the foundation for every beginning and everything that's coming next. And now, here we are, Mustangs, standing at the edge of something new. First jobs, first risks, first moments where we have to define success for ourselves. But if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. every beginning and all our time at SMU will always be with us. So as we leave here, let's remember, this ending isn't a conclusion, it's just the beginning. Pony up, Mustangs.
Good evening. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Will Leathers, and I am the outgoing student body president here at SMU. There we go. There we go, here. Here we go. So, welcome to you all, family, friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates of the class of 2026. It is an honor to stand with you tonight and present the Howard Lantern on behalf of our class. This lantern is more than a tradition. It represents the light of learning, the curiosity that brought us here, and the spirit that is carried through us every late night, every challenge, and every moment of growth over the past 4 years here at SMU. Each year, this lantern is passed forward as a symbol of continuity. Tonight, I invite us to pause and reflect. 4 years ago, when we arrived to campus, not knowing what was fully ahead. Since then, we've built friendships that will last us far beyond SMU, found mentors who challenged us, and discovered parts of ourselves we didn't know existed. We've celebrated wins, navigated setbacks, and somehow made it through all together. And while there are countless moments that define our time here, sometimes it's the small, imperfect ones that stick with us the most. I keep thinking about the last time many of us were all here in this auditorium. It was before our freshman year started. We played some sort of flashlight game where, if we're being honest, it was not very well executed at all. It was a little chaotic, and we most certainly did not take it very seriously. I also remember when one student sat and raised his hand, what I thought was going to be a serious answer to a question, and when it's only to plug his YouTube channel. So man, we have come a long way in 4 years. I see his camera back there, so he's ready to go. We've never been perfect, but we've always been genuine. We've shown up for ourselves, for one another, and found ways to laugh through it all, even when things did not go exactly as planned. As we look ahead to tomorrow and everything that comes after, this lantern reminds us that the light that we carry does not just stay here. It goes with us into our careers, our communities, and our lives that impact us after SMU. So tonight, let's hold on to that light. Let's carry forward the friendships, the lessons, and the gratitude that we feel for this place and for one another. I ask one last thing of you. Take a moment tonight with your friends, your family, and those who helped you along the way to simply say thank you, because we would not be here without them. And to reflect on your time here and everything that has brought us to this moment. Tonight, I am pleased to present the Howard Lantern to the class of 2027, which is represented by Jasmine Darjan. Thank you all, and I'll see you one last time tomorrow, class of 2026. Pony up.
Thank you, Will. As chair of the SMU Alumni Board, it is my pleasure to get to celebrate with you this next phase in your Mustang journey. From the first time you passed through Dallas Hall until now, I know you have made some remarkable memories. The skills, the experiences, and the friendships that you have made will stick with you for a lifetime. My husband and I actually met as students on SMU's campus nearly 30 years ago, and we love coming back to the hilltop. So I know this is hard to believe, but your Mustang journey is just beginning. Tomorrow, you become SMU alums. And joining this lifelong community of 140,000 alumni strong across the globe, tap into this network. Wherever you find yourself, there will be an SMU community to support you. So this evening, I'd like to give you just a few pieces of advice to help you along in your alumni journey. The first I'd like to offer you is please stay connected. Join your fellow young alumni chapters, networking events, volunteer opportunities, there's lots of them, happy hours, those are always fun, tailgates. And if you go to a city where they don't have an alumni chapter, start one. We want this engagement. I can't tell you what the in-person connections can do for your career and your life. Next, stay engaged. Follow along with what's happening on the hilltop. Subscribe to all the alumni social media networks, read your alumni newsletter, look at the magazines, follow your favorite professors and see what they're up to. Our ongoing engagement to the alma mater, it directly impacts our future for our principal leaders. And finally, stay invested. I know it's hard to imagine that you would want to spend more time and money on your university, where you sit today, but I can't tell you how important it is to reflect on what pulls at your heartstrings that brings you back to this campus. Is it a student organization you joined? Is it a degree program? And find that and dedicate some of your time and treasure towards it. It sends a message to our current students and students to come that our alumni community cares deeply in the future of SMU's success. So look, tomorrow's gonna be a whirlwind. I've sat in your seat. And here's my last piece of advice. As much as you can, stay in the moment. Congratulate yourself, of course, and those around you, but also thank those that supported you along the way. Soon, alumni parents and family members that are here to marshal you towards the Rotunda will depart in something called the Rotunda Recessional. It symbolizes everything I just talked about the community that you are about to join. SMU alumni lead the way for one another. We walk alongside one another. So remember, you're joining a connected, engaged, and invested alumni network. Congratulations on your accomplishments, and welcome to the alumni family. I would now like to ask the alumni marshals, who are sitting back there, to please exit and take your places.
As the alumni marshals move to their place and as we close, I want to invite all of you all to join me in blessing our graduates and one another. Families, please join me in reading the text that is in regular type. And graduates, please join your voices in responding with the text in bold. May God bless you with discomfort at easy answers, half-truths, and superficial relationships. May God bless you with anger at injustice, oppression, and exploitation of people. May God bless you with tears to shed for those who suffer from pain, injustice, starvation, and war. May God bless you with enough foolishness to believe you can make a difference in the world. Go forth in peace, class of 2026, to heal the world. Be of good courage. Think big, do good, so that those to whom love is a stranger will find in you generous friends.
Please remain seated. Please remain seated. That did feel a little ending. Thank you, Lisa. That was beautiful. Thank you for the lovely benediction. As President Hartzell mentioned, this is one of the most meaningful SMU traditions. We mark the student academic journey through two distinct moments that begin and end in Dallas Hall, and I know that's why you're all trying to leave quickly. For more than 100 years, Dallas Hall has been a center of life on this campus. It is home to core SMU memories for generations of Mustangs and for all of you. As incoming freshmen, you entered our community by processing through the rotunda around the university seal on your way to opening convocation. This symbolized your arrival on the hilltop and the start of your incredible chapter at SMU. Tonight marks the second half of this tradition. Soon, you will walk back through Dallas Hall. This time, you will step across the university seal, symbolically completing your journey at SMU and beginning the next chapter as members of the alumni family. For students and their families, this is one of those moments when the magnitude of what you have accomplished really sinks in. I've never crossed the seal. It's a big deal. This is a chance to feel immense pride, heartfelt connection, and true joy for what's ahead. Now here's where I walk you through what comes next, which is why I didn't let you leave. Our platform party will come down from the stage and take their place in the aisle behind you, preparing to lead the graduates from McFarland Auditorium to Dallas Hall. Once they are in positions, our ushers will begin inviting guests seated on the main floor to make their way outside. This gives family and friends time to find a good view as our graduates make their way across the hilltops. To all the loved ones here today, do not worry. We will not begin the walk to Dallas Hall without you, so there is no need to rush. We just ask that you help keep the exits and steps clear so that our graduates may process out smoothly. Now, everyone, please rise.
Thank you.